Hi, everybody. Welcome to Art Exploration with Mark Muir. Today I'm doing a quick private live. Today I'm going to show you how to do a mini garden gnome. Not as detailed as this one is. This is, you can sit and play, but I'm showing you this is what you could make it become. And of course, he still needs some fine tuning and stuff, but I'm going to teach you how to make one of these. You can also, if I get a chance, I'll show you how to turn one into a fairy because the fairies are cute too. You can add so many details. It's just all it's once you have the basic shaping and stuff and quickness, you can make these. These are so cute to put in things like your flower pots and stuff like that, or even I have these little flower pots that I want to maybe stick the gnomes on top of, or make it its own little house or something, or even maybe plant them in there. I don't know yet. I bought them for 25 cents a piece a few weeks ago. But this is part of, also inspired by Aunt Beck's Creations. She has an August hashtag event. Use what you've got. She wants you to, I'm on a spending freeze. No buying anything new. Trying to use up the supplies and things that I have. Sorry, this keeps flashing out. I haven't figured out how to work with the light yet on this thing. It doesn't like that. So I'm using Skulpy. You can use Skulpy, you can use Fimo, you can use air dry clay. Even I have trouble with air dry clay. Even with Skulpy, sometimes it just gets so soft so quickly. I don't know why. So sometimes I'll use a fan. I'm blowing. If I end up having to use my fan because it's not too hot today. Sorry if you hear any fan noises. It's just I get really hot, warm hands, and then it sticks to everything. Oh, it's just so much fun. But you could use air dry clay. I would suggest if you're going to use air dry clay, even with this, sometimes you could, if you want to, make little balls of foil and then surround it. That way, when you're baking, they don't crack. But I've never had a problem with doing that when I bake them. So you do want to keep an eye on them. There is a baking technique where you put cotton balls underneath and then something so it keeps it from, and stuff over top of it keeps it from turning, getting browned or burnt. So I've never used it. I've seen it. My one friend has used it a couple times and it seems to have worked very nicely. I'll have to see if I can find that video and let you guys know about that. So I'm going to get started here because I've only got a few minutes today because I've got so much to do and never enough time to do it in. This is the first time I'm trying to work this close. Don't mind my dirty hands. I just got done working on what is that called? Alcohol inking some papers and some other stuff for a project I'm working on. So you want to you could have now the fun thing about these is they don't have to all be the same size. You can make bigger balls, you can make smaller balls. You just make a nice little ball, squish it down. Just squish it down. So that's about, and you want it flat because otherwise they might fall over. And always pick them up after you've finished it and then put them down and see how they sit, because like this one's, his hat was back a little bit, and if I had to adjust him, otherwise he was going to fall over when he was dry and had nothing to stick to in the bottom. Then you'll take a small bit. That's not for me. But do a nice little ball. Work it like that. Almost about that wide. Then you'll take the ends. Now I sometimes will stick my fingers in water when I'm doing this because it keeps these things from sticking to my hands. So you just want to, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can actually pull just a little bit if you want to. See, that becomes his little hands coming around his little gnome body. Now you can put a slit in there if you want to I'll just use my fingernail real quick. No, you probably, there you go. See, I just put a little tiny slit there to make, and the thing that this doesn't, I mean, his arms aren't quite even, but this is for fun. Okay. Excuse me, I'm a little dry today. Then you want to take a little bit more, eye that up. For head size, I feel like maybe a little less. Ooh, my table's a little dirtier than I thought it was. Then you're going to squish his little head on. Okay. Now, you can give him a beard if you want to give him a beard. You can take him without a beard. You can, for a girl, like if this was going to be a girl, I'll show you that. This is what I do for when I try to do girls sometimes. Just flatten some of that out. Doesn't have to be perfect. Can lift the arms a little bit. Pull that over. Put it down. There. And if you've got little clay things or whatever, you can use these to help. See, I want that to be like an apron. Which today it's not cooperating very well. And you can like use toothpicks, whatever you want. See, I'm gonna have to kind of do a little bit of manipulative work, but that's okay. Like, see, I didn't like that sleeve thing I put on her. And don't worry if these are a little dirty looking or whatever, because they this will cover up eventually. And I like to kind of make her and you can go in there maybe and get a little bit of It's being difficult today. That's okay. Like I said, this stuff gets really sticky for some reason. I hate that part of it. It's been a while since I've worked with it, so and you can use toothpicks or whatever you want to use to try and give it just a hint of detail. You don't want to make too much detail. You make too much detail, then you're overdoing it. Well, you're not overdoing it, but you're going to the next level, which is not a bad thing. And I can go in here and smooth some of this stuff out. Okay. She's looking kind of cute. Now, we do our little gnome hat, which these can become a pain in the booty. Trying to get it just right, but it's also fun. A lot of times we'll do it in a cone shape. Then I press down. Just press down. So you see now I've shortened that cone shape. And then you just go in. And this all depends on how big or how small you want a hat. And how decorative or how non-decorative. And you could give her hair if you wanted to give her hair, but I don't want to give her hair. I went so far as to I want that to cover just a little bit more. You'll see this stuff sticks to itself real quick. So if you haven't ever used it before. Okay. Now I'm going to take hers. I'm going to twang it up like that. And you can go back through and smooth out any little things you want to. And then I take a tiny little ball. Tiny little ball. And poke it right there. And that's the nose. Isn't she cute? And you can I mean the you can make big ones. As you can see, he's a little fatter. He's more detailed. I was playing around with new techniques. But this right here is the beginner one. I mean, you can play around more as far as that goes. Let me try to pop another quick one out real quick before I have to go here. I am going to, I will be making another video after I've fired these on how I paint and decorate them. And you can make a whole, if you're bored, you can sit around one night and probably make a whole village. And you can, you want to see how I do my, I made a set a while ago. I don't have them anymore because most of them sold. But if you'd like to see how to make autumn fairies with this same technique, let me know. And I will do a video for the autumn fairies. They are really fun and they're really cute. Close to the same technique, just a little more detailing on hats and stuff like that. Grip up there. You need to fatten yourself up there. There we go. See, you can whip through these very quickly. That's going to be way more than I need for his little hat. You can also just take a little, if you have these, it's great. If you don't need to. That just helps me get the hole a little better. I'm going to go like this. I want to get some length to the hat. His can be wonky, crazy like that. And sometimes, like if you've got some details that you don't like and your hands are sticky and it's giving you problems, finish what you're doing, walk away, let this start like cool. There, it's much easier to manage and sculpt. So like this, like you'll find that you can fix a lot of those little, if you get like little fingernail indents and stuff, because it happens with clay. Once you're done playing with it with the initial setup like this, then you can go in and fine tune. That's what I'm finding. So hopefully you squish his little nose on there. See? The mama and the little babas. So you can just keep going and going and going and going and going. You can do. Sometimes the little hands will give you problems. Yes, they will. People are making me mad. No one ever calls me. Now, see, like for this one, I'm gonna definitely need something like this because it's so small. Gonna use a little bit of water because it'll keep this from sticking to it while I'm trying to. Now the nose for this little buddy is gonna be pain to do. Look at how cute he is. So you can see, you can make them all kinds of different sizes. I say if you make it any bigger than this, which is like, I think that's probably an inch to inch and a half size ball at the max. Then use ball up some aluminum foil and just make the outside those the clay. So that'll be it, guys. You see how quickly those were popping out. Yeah, to add a little bit more detail and stuff might take you a little bit longer for this beard. Like if you want to put one with a beard, all I did was, I'm going to show you real quick on how I did the beard. The bearded one. I tried to give it a little bit of a round shape. Then I pulled it. So you get those whiskey things. And then it's just shaping and taking an X-Acto knife, whatever, and doing some lines if you want to. So that is it, guys. That is how to do some really cute gnomes for your little garden, for your little. If you want to do a little fairyscape in your planters and stuff like that, these are cute. Now remember, if you guys want to see how to do the autumn fairies that have a little bit more to do with them, let me know in the comments down below, and I will do a video of those as soon as possible. They are just as cute, if not cuter than these. I will be doing a second video after these have been fired to show you how I paint them and how I address them. All right, guys, thank you so much again. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you'd like to see more of my stuff when they first come out. And until then, you guys, zombie hugs and have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.